Was there something biologically wrong with the frag, or was it just dumb luck? I mean, did a critter sting it? Did another coral? Did a crab walk across it and dislodge it? You know, take these things into account. Never, ever, 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 ever use a frag plug that had a slimed out coral. At least I don't. If the coral melted, that plug's gone. It's 10, 15 cents out the door. Oh well, sorry, my bad. But never risk spreading that contamination. There could be residual spermatophores, funky, nasty stuff that has leached down, toxins that, even though they've been dried, may continue to rot and ferment within the plug, and it's just not worth the risk. These are our coral, you know. A lot of you guys spend a lot of money on some of these corals, probably because you don't shop at BigDogReefs. But at the end of the day, this stuff ain't free, and everything that you can do to increase your chance of survival is ultimately worth it. Okay, so we're just going to take our plugs here, trusty Acme glue, and I don't like to use a lot of glue, just a dab. We've got a total of 4 frags. This one I'm going to just spread out a little bit. Same with this one, and this one as well. Doesn't take a ton of glue. Cap back on our Acme glue so it doesn't dry out. Frags have had a few minutes here to sit and soak. Go ahead and take our first customer here. I like to leave the frag wet. It helps get the glue to kick. Just go ahead and center it up here. Give him a little rub just to make sure that he's gotten good contact with the cyno. Second customer, same deal, little rub. Third frag. Four frags. I'm sorry, it's late. And our single polyp. Whenever you're working with a single polyp, #1 rule, make sure you glue it right side up. You laugh, but sometimes when it's late, it's easy to make mistakes. One final little splash here. You know what? Let me go ahead and just get a syringe so that I can do it right. I get these from my vet. Imagine you can get them at a pharmacy, probably hundreds of different sources, invaluable tools around your reef tank. I mean, just the tool for gently going over a frag and making sure that the glue's got a good skin and that you're leaving any potential contaminants behind. It's also really nice when you're prepping colonies of like matting zoos, anything that's growing real tight together. You can flush them out real good, get all the little copepods and critters out before you start cutting it up, you know, and end up with all these little pieces of rotten food and starfish and little shrimps all through your frags. It's kind of gross, but it happens. Okay, so that concludes these zoos. I'm going to go ahead and place these back at the frag racks real quick, grab us up our next victims, and we'll go from there, guys. Okay, next up, I went ahead and fragged these up because these were coming from overgrown plugs. We've just got a couple of our nicer, I guess kind of fancy zoos that we're trying to establish a few more of. These ones are pink slippers here. You can see the plug was just halved. Got maybe 6 polyps on here. And then there's some of these guys that I forget their name, but we're going to be tacking them down here to a couple of aggregate discs. Just kind of show you guys how we like to establish our small colonies. Again, with the wife's towel, I'll be drying my plug, making sure that I'm going to get good adhesion. Got that one over there, get the next one ready. and maybe 2 or 3 plugs, just to be on the safe side. Again, same water we were using earlier. We're doing small batches of zoos, and I don't feel that there's going to be anything here that's really going to give anything else too much trouble. I would not go from zoos to mushrooms, or this to that or that to this, but these are all pretty similar. They're not really going to give off any exotic toxins that are going to fight or war with each other. We're staying in zoas, trying to stay out of like large, like pinwheel pallies and stuff like that. If I was going to do that, I'd probably change the water, but for these little guys, I think we're going to be okay. Alright, first up, take our plug. Out comes the Acme coral glue. Thanks, Wiley. Appreciate the use of this. Okay, pretty good dollop. Want to kind of spread it around, make sure that we've created a nice little solid bed. Go ahead and scoop up this little disc, plop it in the center. And that's how we start them, just like that. Now I'm going to take that and I'm going to place it right into the tank. Without any other delay. Next up, we're going to take this disc. Again, same deal, little Acme coral glue here. Right in the center. Dabble do ya, don't be proud. Here's our nice little clump here that we're going to be starting for this colony. Don't want to wiggle around too much because we've got a zoos at low angles. We don't want to risk them getting mixed in the glue and saturated. Just a quick splash to make sure that plug's properly covered, and back into the tank with that they go. As for our plugs, those are all pretty straightforward, same as the ones earlier. We'll just go ahead and do our dab of glue, or glue our finger to the plug, whichever happens first. Oh, these two aren't dry. Set our glue not in the water, because we're pro like that. God, is it late or what? Next time I have to start doing this with coffee. Sorry guys, I'm just getting old. Could be perfect forever. At least I still have my shapely figure. Not really. I'm kind of short and fat too. But hey, at least I wanted this whole coral thing. Dabble do ya. Little drop. Try not to leave boogers all over your rack. You'll appreciate that in the long run. And then, by all means, lose your tweezers. That's how the pros do it. Okay. So, we've got our frags. Gonna go ahead and just set them into the glue, just like we did before. Not a ton to these frags. These are fairly little lightweight guys. Not a whole lot to them. But they've been doing really good for us. Really happy with them. Is that really all I have? I have one more maybe hiding. Of course I've got some on the side of the plug. Alright, well, more than one way to skin a cat. We can do this. Stand back. Trained professional. Let's go ahead and crack this thing right off. Just like that. Lickety split. What do we do with this? Chuck it. Okay guys, so I don't know if you can see it. There's one teensy tiny little polyp right there, and we'll try to save them. Go ahead and set him into our frag plug, attempting not to glue him shut or us to the plug. If I'm doing them singularly like this, sometimes I'll dip them upside down like that just to get the skin on them. Once you get the skin on the cyno, it's all systems go. I also, when I'm doing batches, and I have a tray full. This is not what I use for a tray, this is just what I use for this video. So I had something small and handy. Usually I use about a 12-inch by 12-inch tray, and I will just go ahead and see if I can turn the camera. I'll just go ahead and dunk it. And that'll put a skin on everything right away. But that's pretty much it for tonight, guys. Just wanted to frag up some zoos, drop the camera, scare the bejesus out of everybody. How'd that work? Oh my gosh. It's okay. These things are made of plastic and we get them for free. Let me see if I can get everything back in focus here. I don't even know what I just did here, but I'm pretty sure my camera's mad about it. Oh, there we go. Alright, back in business. No need to panic, folks. It's okay, I spent the $20, got the extended warranty. We're going to be alright. Don't worry. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to another pretty exciting night here of fragging at BigDogReefs. I appreciate you guys sticking with us and all the nice things you say about our videos. Thanks again to all our friends at Modern Reef Keeping. BigDogReefs.com is where you can go to buy most of these corals if you like what you see. If you like what you see, please like us on Facebook. Share us with your friends. Tell everybody you can about us. Tweet, tweet, tweet. You know the deal. I'm not going to bore you with the details. Anyway, this has been John. This is BigDogReefs. We're out of here. Late night fragging at Big Dog Reef. Tune in monthly for your new additions. Go ahead, tell your friends, grandparents, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever makes you happy. Bring everybody down. Heck, you can just tell them you didn't like how I did it and watch it because you want to see what I'll do wrong next. I don't really care. Hopefully we'll teach you something. Maybe we'll just teach you that we're idiots. But hey, you could learn. It could happen. Anyway, thanks again for watching. This has been another excellent edition. Glad to have everybody along. Check that out, right? I love that guy. It's awesome. So are they, though. What can I say? I love it. It's an addiction. If you find yourself waking up at night having sweaty dreams about anemones, this could be a hobby for you. If not,